are we going to do the thing where we actually explain for the people who don't know what it is?
The Ferguson Police Department shot an unarmed black boy with his hands up.
All right.
And then the media turned around and used perhaps the most unfortunate possible picture of him instead of a graduation photo or anything else. Wonderful article, and by wonderful, I mean deeply fucking tragic, but also true, article about how the media has more sympathy for white killers than black victims.
A couple other people who aren't American, and I was being told, like, do you know how this looks? This looks like, all the horrible stuff that happens in the Middle East. This looks like a government is storming a city filled with peaceful protesters, shooting them for no good reason, doing incredible harm, attacking news vans. Like, this sounds like we are in an overseas war. And to, like, people who aren't American, like, Americans are looking at this, Americans are having fucking Facebook and forum arguments over this about whether or not, like, it's just the same right-wing, left-wing bullshit. But other people are looking at us and it's like, that's a war state. That's a police. And now we see what just an American police department, really, this is a fucking know-nothing town.
This is a small town.
We see what just our militarized police. And people get upset when you say militarized police, but they have army surplus equipment. That's what they have.
Yeah. I want to point out that the only person who has killed anybody is the Ferguson fucking police department.
Yeah.
The only people. Let's not fucking lose sight of that, okay? Like, that's bullshit. And I'm yelling. I'm not angry at the two white guys I'm hanging out with right now. I'm just fucking angry.
To be fair, I have killed people. Just you'll never know.
I mean, I have too. I mean, everyone's killed at least.
Somebody save me from all these white people. Please, somebody do that. Can somebody please do that for me?
That is bad. That is bad life design. It's like game design, but with life.
Well, here's the thing, and I'll be this person because I would like to be astounded. I would like to be horrified. I would like to be angry.
But you can't anymore.
You could do this in Ferguson. What the fuck else is out there? That's what sort of gets to me.
Like, if Ferguson has this capacity, what kind of capacity do our large cities?
Yeah, like
and
what does New York or Chicago or
it's preposterous
Austin
that someplace like Ferguson even has a SWAT team.
Yeah.
Now you know.
You want to know what the dark part of me wants? The dark part of me wants more like state senators and like important government people to go down there and get hurt. And then someone's going to look.
Yeah.
Like I don't want any, like, I don't actually wish harm on anyone.
Yeah.
But
no,
like,
I agree.
The dark part of my brain hopes that someone really important goes down there and just wears street clothes and gets hurt by these fucking crazy military cops.
Yeah.
And then we have to go, oh wait, they shot a senator in the face.
3 days ago, I was like, this is so awful. 3 or 4 days ago, I was like, Robin Williams killed himself, as you guys, I'm sure everyone in the world knows right now.
Yeah.
I was really sad about that. I was like way, way sadder about that than I was about any other kind of celebrity death that has happened in recent years.
Yeah.
And I was spending a lot of time really sad about that right before I found out about Ferguson and really started paying attention to that whole thing. And now the depression was eclipsed by rage. So
yeah.
I've had very ignorant attitudes and beliefs and ideas about depression. So it's intense. Like, if somebody who's loved by millions, who's made amazing pieces of art, who's extremely talented, who is respected in his field, who has a family that he's not estranged from, that cares about him, and he can't find a reason to go on, it becomes really clear that suicide is not a result of your circumstances. Like,
it's just like, the sad clown is only a cliche because we keep losing people to it. Like, it's
like, just as a member of internet communities, I see this happen a lot. I see very influential and funny people taking their own lives. And there was an article that someone at Cracked wrote, which actually made me fucking break down, because I struggle with depression, and I
have my own moments too. I've never been suicidal, but
I have been.
Yeah.
And I like to think I'm a funny guy, maybe Tilda Swinton can tell me. But funny people are depressed a lot because you sort of fall into it. You feel like your life is out of control. Like for whatever reason, maybe you weren't hugged enough as a kid. Maybe you came from an impoverished family. Maybe your parents were abusive. Maybe you just have depression, but you feel bad and you feel out of control. And then something happens. Either you tell a joke or you trip or you fart and people start laughing. And
Was this that Cracked article?
Yeah, and you have control now.
Yeah.
Like you have control over your surroundings. You can do something about it, but that's not you. That's the mask you put on. That's the jokes that you tell, because you need to have worth. You need to be doing something for someone. You need to constantly be the funny man, because when you're the funny man, you can't get hurt.
Yeah.
When you're the funny man, everyone laughs around with you, but nobody knows you.
Yeah.
And the funnier you get, the further people are pushed away from you.
Yeah.
Because
control is like a drug. It's addictive. The problem with it, and so many comedians, if you talk to any so many stand-ups, they'll tell you this. I've heard it from so many stand-ups who like have their own podcasts and stuff, is once you get off stage, and if it goes well, you're on like a high. Mm-hmm. And it's like an adrenaline rush, and like you're really happy. About an hour after you're done and you go home, the dip that happens about an hour later is so profound.
No,
it's like a withdrawal.
Your brain there's this voice in your head that is screaming, "You are dumb. You are worthless. You've never done anything worthwhile." Depressed. Your family and your loved ones tell you that you're awesome. They tell you that you're worth it, and they tell you that everything's going to be okay, and they tell you that this is just the depression talking. But your depression brain doesn't let you hear that. Your depression brain feels guilty that the people around you need to tell you this. Your depression brain, that's the scary thing. It's not just a bad day. It's not just a bummer. It's not just bad feelings. It's a disease.
Yeah. I was actually hesitant to talk about this just because of this.
No,
it's like a giant elephant in a room.
It's fine because, like, I mean, okay, so if anyone out there is listening to me, and by that I mean Tilda Swinton, but
hi Tilda, sorry we're so depressing today.
If anyone out there,
you were great in Snowpiercer.
People out there who are going like who are treating this as if this was Robin Williams' choice, like he chose to kill himself. Like there's a switch you could flip, where it's like let's go into non-suicidal mode now, and that switch is just non-existent. Yeah. Like Robin Williams did not choose to kill himself. An illness took his life, and that's actually why I'm gonna miss him the most. Who might be depressed, don't treat it like a sadness. Treat it like a sickness. Try to make sure that they're getting help. Man, I do really appreciate how you slam dunked my sad thing with your sad thing.
I was going to say it's like all sad. I'm not trying to slam dunk you.
That was a Kanye interruption of sad.
I'm not trying to LeBron James.
I'm going to let you finish.
Depression is good, but Ferguson is the best. Ferguson is not for the children.
Ferguson might be for the white children. It ain't for the black children. I'm just saying.
I'm going to let you finish. But Ferguson was the best tragedy of all time.
Michael Ferguson is dead, and Robin Williams isn't here to cheer us up, motherfucker.
But we do have Guardians of the Galaxy.
We do have
as good, if not better. Definitely better than the prequels. Mm-hmm. As good, if not better, than the original trilogy, which I don't know if I agree with, but I like.
It's close.
It's
fourth episode of season 2 of The Walking Dead.
All right, so
okay. Angelo
I have
hates
not played it all. I have not gotten to season 2 yet.
Let's not. I don't hate it. I was just very disappointed by it. Like hate it. Season 2 episode.
The Walking Dead is good, but Awesome Mix is the best. Awesome Mix is for the children with dead mothers. So for me,
wow,
that was like super dark, cheerful for something super dark that you just said.
It's what I do, baby. It's what I do.
How do I even continue at this point? Anyway, so they introduced a lot of other.
You don't.